So we're talking not, 20 million or 30 million. We're talking hundreds of millions of dollars that we can save in the course of the next 2 to 10 years by doing right-sizing projects, which means there's more dollars to do other things.
So why wasn't that done in the past? It sounds like a wonderful idea.
Well, the truth of the matter is that most of it may be political, in that the way TDOT traditionally did stuff in the past is that a legislator or someone would ask TDOT for a new bypass. Let's use bypass as an example. And there would be pressure to do that, and TDOT would say, okay, we'll study the bypass. And so that would then appease whoever asked that question, and they could go back to their constituency and say, there's TDOT studying it. And I will tell you that once we start studying, it gets a life. It gets fertilized within TDOT. And it starts its breeding and going forward. And next thing you know, once we study it, and then we get pressure again, then we'll say, okay, well, we'll do an environmental study on it. Well, environmental studies take a lot of time, but they also buy time for the elected officials. And by the time we get to that, it really is a full-fledged project. And when they get that way, they're hard to stop. There was an example, and I won't say the city, but where we did that, and we realized 12 years after the fact that had we done our right sizing appropriately, we could have solved their problems in a year after their request at a cost of about $1.4 million. And the new bypass would have cost $46 million. So we chose to go back and do the project on the current alignment. But the sad thing is that in that process, we spent about $6 million studying the project. So we spent $6 million to make a $1.4 million decision. We're not doing that anymore. And so a lot of work's being done to analyze these projects. And basically what we're going to the very beginning, say, okay, what's the minimum we can do to fix this project? And it might not be A, it might not be B, it might be C. But before we just go all the way to X and say that's what we're going to build and everybody's happy, so we build a Cadillac, we might be building, so I got to be careful when I say a Ford Fiesta or something like that.